So I'm going to play you through the warm-up exercise that we just discussed. And I'm going to start out with half notes, nice, full, long bows. Next, we're going to go into our quarter notes. So we'll still be using a majority of the bow, but the bow is definitely going to be shorter because the note is half the length. Next, we'll go into our eighth notes, so make sure you're comfortable with the first two we did before you go into these because they're going to be quite a bit faster. And we're going to do about 3 or 4 inches of the bow rather than the whole bow because that's going to allow us to move the bow a little bit quicker without having to drag it across the whole string. And for these, we'll start out with our 4 per note, so that means we'll play each note 4 times. Next we'll go into our 2 per note. So we're going to play each 8th note 2 times. Next, we've worked our way up from 4 to 2, and now we'll play what we call straight 8th notes, which is just like how we played the half notes and the quarter notes, just 1 per note. And I'm going to stop the video here because depending on how long you've been playing violin, you might want to take some extra time to practice this part of the warm-up before we go into the 16th notes. So whether you need to take a few minutes or a few hours or even a few weeks to get comfortable with all that we just learned, make sure you're playing everything nice and in tune, smooth bows, not sloppy, and just nice, steady, even notes before we even attempt to go into the 16th notes, because once we do that, the speed is really going to kick up a notch, and you're going to want your fingers to be going down very precisely. So take some time, however much time you need, and you can click on the next video when you're ready to attempt the 16th notes. So here we are ready to attempt 16th notes, and hopefully you've taken some time and given yourself a chance to get familiarized with the scale, and you're playing everything in tune and a smooth, pleasing, nice bow sound. So with the 16th notes, they're going to be a lot faster. You don't have to play them fast right away. You can start off slower. You can start them off as kind of sped up eighth notes. But how they should sound, and you might want to try, before you try the scale, just try doing the open G string, just playing back and forth. And you'll notice with the 16th notes, we've gone from using a bigger bow stroke to our eighth notes where we used just 3 or 4 inches. Now on the 16th notes, we probably only want to use about 1 or 2 inches of bow. So just a little teeny tiny amount of bow. And what that's going to allow you to do is to play your notes quickly and efficiently without having to use this whole amount of bow that's going to drag down your speed. So starting off at just a nice, slow 16th note pace, maybe even slower than this at first. We'll just give it a shot, and you'll start with your 4 per note, so 4 16th notes per note. Then we'll go to our 2 per note, and then we'll go to our singles, or our straight 16th notes. Next, we'll go to our 2 per note. And then finally, when you're ready, attempt your straight 16th notes. And you'll want to try those several times. You're not gonna, it's not gonna come easily. You might have to do them again and again and again, and really slow them down and work up to speed gradually. Eventually, you'll want to go a little bit faster than this. Just making sure your top priority is always getting the notes in tune. Intonation always comes before speed. So make sure you work this scale warm-up routine into your daily practice schedule. It's a great way to get the flexibility of your bow arm going and get your fingers moving nice and quickly, and just feeling warmed up. Another thing that is wonderful about scales is that they give you some time away from the sheet music that you may be working on, and away from any actual songs, or kind of just away from the pressure. So it's a time where you don't have to look at any sheet music, you don't have to focus on notes, and you don't have to focus on rhythms and dynamics. It's just kind of like you and the violin. It's your one-on-one time with your violin to just focus on basics, getting your fingers down in the right spots, and nice, good, smooth bow tone. So it's a really important part of your practice routine, and I hope you eventually you can play along with these recordings, and eventually you can go even faster than I did on the recording, because I started off slow so that you could play along, and you can take it from there. So thanks for watching.